Greetings, ArkanTalk viewers. We are here with the one and only Mr. Ryan Davis, who is fresh. I don't even know if the ink is dry, but you are just on your way back from the Capitol and have filed to fill the late John Walker's seat in District 34. So congratulations to you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. For those out there who don't know, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, I guess I can't forsake an opportunity for the shameless plug, since I'm in full campaign mode.
Yeah.
But I can say with all truthfulness that I'm a son of District 34.
There you go.
Having gone to elementary, junior, and senior high school in the district, we were kind of a transient family. But having moved around for sure into different parts of the district, but really having lived my formative years, having grown up in District 34, and having the opportunity for the past 15 years to be first a church member and then an associate pastor in District 34 at Bullock Temple CME Church at the corner of 16th and Park, and the good fortune to work with a couple of different children's organizations, and currently at UA Little Rock Children International, which I think of as located kind of in the heart of District 34.
Absolutely.
So, but beyond that, my greatest joy is being the grateful husband of Kimberly King Davis, who, if there's a hair out of place, it's because she's not here to, make me look correct or make me sit up straight. And being the father of Delaney, Sarah, and Ella Davis. Awesome. I think we share that in common, all these girls.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Let me ask you this, before we get back to the politics, day-to-day job. Talk a little bit about that.
So, I mean this with all flattery aside, I have the great joy of working for, really working for an organization that kind of straddles two organizations. Working for the University of Arkansas at Little Rock in their Connected Community Program, which is Children International. Children International is an international anti-poverty program that's based in 11 countries around the world. The only site in the United States is the one here in Little Rock, at UA Little Rock. And we've been there for 25 years. In fact, we're celebrating 25 years as part of this community. 25 years, nearly 20,000 children served, and currently serving about 2,200 children in the Little Rock School District, which means that we serve nearly 10% of the students in the Little Rock School District. And our programmatic thrust is health, education, empowerment, and employability. We just recently expanded our program beyond high school to include the young people up to the age of 24. So, the city of Little Rock did a comprehensive study on youth and young adults a few years back. And I do mean comprehensive. And one of the things that came out of that study is the fact that young people between the age of 16 to 24, that age demographic is perhaps the most underemployed, the most unskilled, and the most prone to kind of go left, if you will, in our city. And so they realized that there has to be some resources and some solutions brought to bear for people in that age demographic.
Absolutely.
We were the fortunate recipients of that information because, our expansion up to the age of 24 didn't really coincide with that. So we were fortunate to receive that and to really kind of build on that. So that kind of the thrust of our work. But we work, we have programs in several schools in the Little Rock School District, and I say this all the time, and folks on my staff, if they see this, they're gonna laugh, but I like good alliteration, and I think of our programs as portable, pliable, and personalized. Portable in the sense that we work out of, preachers love the power of three. Portable in the sense that we pick up our programs and we take them to various places around the city. Public libraries, churches. Currently, we're working with an apartment complex to do programs there. Certainly schools, that is the very base of our work happens in schools. In fact, we operate a dental clinic at Wakefield Elementary. Pliable in the sense that, we try to go in with the understanding that different sites have different needs. We're doing a Road to College and Careers program at Hall High School and at Central, as well as a sexual and reproductive health peer-to-peer training at Central High School.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And so, we try to be pliable and then personalized, which is very similar to the pliable part, in that we know that every place doesn't have the same needs.
Absolutely.
We have the fortune of placing our iLead program, which is about community and leadership development at Dunbar Middle School and at Cloverdale Middle School. And so, we're able to kind of personalize a program for them there. And as lovely as middle school students can be, it really is it's kind of a work of art with what's happening to those two places.
The political world, when did you know that you wanted to run?
So, I actually, and I want to say in the outset, I'm not saying this to say that, Mr. Walker and I had any particular special bond, because, I knew him very peripherally and admired him, of course, since 1987, when I first became aware of him when I was a student at Gibbs Magnet Elementary. But he's someone who I had, kind of passing conversations with. Of course, he's my frat brother also, and someone who I admired. And I kind of approached him during the session, and I said, Mr. Walker, when you term out in 2022, I'd like to run for House District 34.
Gotcha.
And, Mr. Walker never struck me as a man who minced words, and he said, "Well, I'm sure you'll have some challenges, but let's talk." So, I appreciated that about him.
Absolutely.
That he didn't deal in needless flattery.
Yeah.
No, a giant, absolutely a giant, and a great loss for the nation and also the state of Arkansas for sure. But so I knew then that I wanted to run for the State House of Representatives. I have as an example. Great folks like Joyce Elliott. I don't know if you heard the news about her today.
Yes, indeed.
We did. Yes, indeed. Someone who has been a mentor and I count as a friend, Tracy Steele. And then certainly people who are my contemporaries out there a little bit younger than me. Eddie Armstrong, who's around my same age, I've known since high school. And then Charles Blake. And I've seen the work, though incremental, that they have done down at the Capitol, and I've admired it, and I want to be a part of it, not for my own sake, but for the sake of District 34.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here's the opportunity just for your kind of stump speech. I don't know if I'm bringing it on you early, but why Ron Davis?
Well, so. Because I didn't just show up out of a turnip patch. I've been involved, in particular since the state takeover of the Little Rock School District. Been involved in the coalition to bring some better solutions to bear. And I think coalition building is one of those democratic levers that people need to take advantage of. Something that we always need to pull. And had a great coalition. I want to recognize. Very publicly that it's always been the women in this great democratic coalition of people around the issues involved in our schools who've taken the leadership. I've just been fortunate enough to play a big part in that and to help, perhaps even articulate some of the desires of that coalition. And so for that reason, and also because, I was saying to somebody today that I'd like to bring to bear a radical democratic vision. That friend of mine cautioned me against using the word radical because that kind of but some of the most long-lasting parts of our great democracy happened because somebody had a radical vision.
Absolutely.
Though there's plenty to criticize about our founding fathers, what they had was a radical vision.
Absolutely.
One that threw off feudalism, that threw off hereditary crowns, and one that said, one that at least said on paper that every person is endowed with a particular set of rights. And that's what I believe. I believe that radical vision includes, fair, equitable, and sustainable housing for people, which means we got to have an implied warranty of habitability in this state. We're the only state that doesn't have it. We have to have sovereignty of the people and the community within the context of how our school districts are operated.
Absolutely.
You know, we have to recognize that Arkansas as a state has had a decrease in medical insurance coverage since 2010 of its children, putting it at one of the only states that has had a decrease in insurance coverage for its children since 2010. We have to recognize that Arkansas is a state where we have the highest levels of adverse childhood experiences.
Absolutely.
We're in the top 5 for food insecurity for children in the state. We're simultaneously in the top 5 for food insecurity and childhood obesity.
Wow.
I recognize, and within the Christian context, I understand and I repeat that children are a heritage.
Yep.
And I add to that children are the only future that we have. And unless we stop gambling on that future, we seek to ruin it.
Absolutely.
When I grew up, Arkansas was called the land of opportunity. You remember that? Before it was a natural state. And I think that's beautiful, that it's a natural state. And, you know, you drive down the highways. We had a visitor from Ecuador here who talked about how beautiful it was, you know, just that there were trees everywhere. And I think that's beautiful. But I like the idea of Arkansas being a land of opportunity. You know, because even whereas, you know, people have can take advantage of some level of a safety net, what we do have is a poverty of opportunity.
Absolutely.
You know, an extreme poverty of opportunity. And I want Arkansas to re-recognize itself as a land of opportunity.
That's fair. That's fair. That might be the campaign slogan there. Ryan Davis for the land of opportunity.
Come on now.
Bring it back.
You
Bring it
said
back. For the Arkansas viewers out there who don't know or who want to contact you, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, so until my website goes live, which will be soon, you can contact me at Ryan D. Davis, FOR34 at gmail.com. So that's Ryan D. Davis 434 at gmail.com.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ryan Davis running for District 34. We will have the website link as well as that email address listed below on the blog. For any other questions, you can also find them on social media.
At Ryan D. Davis.
Ryan D. Davis for District 34. We will see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.